The most prestigious book titles in the country have been named. The Manila Critics Circle and the National Book Development Board recently announced the winners of the 40th National Book Awards. The winners will be awarded in an on-site ceremony on May 13th. And joining us now is award-winning playwright, novelist, and writer of speculative fiction and Manila Critics Circle Chair, Dean Francis Alfar. Good morning, Dean. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, now the best of the best in Philippine literature have been named once again, but we'll get to that a little later. We'll talk about the winners in a bit. For now, tell us more about the National Book Awards. How did they come to be, and what is the significance now of its 40th anniversary?
Well, 40 years ago, a group of critics and writers, including Isagani Cruz, Celia de Malanta, Alfredo Salanga, and Alfred Yuson put together their dream of recognizing the very best in Philippine books. And thus the awards were created. And this is very important because for over 4 decades, books have been recognized and given the due awards and recognition that they deserve.
Tell us a bit more about what's unique about the National Book Awards. What makes it so special and so coveted, I guess?
Well, unlike other awards, for example, like the Carlos Palanca Awards, which recognize things that are written specifically for the awards or published earlier, these are books that we recognize here at the National Book Award. So we recognize the publishers, the authors, the translators, and the designers of the previous year. So that's the difference there.
All right, now speaking of the previous year, this cycle of the NBA highlights titles that were published in 2021. How many winners and how many categories are there?
Well, we had 29 categories over 3 languages, so including English, Filipino, and Ilocano. And all of these winners will be given their due recognition this coming Saturday. We're very, very happy and proud of all of the winners.
I'm sure they're excited for the event on the 13th. Dean, what are your tips, especially for aspiring writers? How can they hone their craft and someday maybe become a National Book Awardee or, reach that level of really excellent writing?
Well, first of all, they need to sit down and actually write a book and finish it, and then have it published. Once that book is published and is accessible, then it becomes eligible for the National Book Awards. And what we do is we gather the very best judges from among publishers, journalists, critics, academics, designers, and we determine who deserves the awards.
And when you are determining that, Dean, what exactly are you looking for? What's the secret sauce? Is there any kind of formula? What is the spark you're looking for in each work?
The book itself must be beautifully made. It must be readable, accessible. It must be something that both the general public as well as specific audiences will want to read.
All right, so it needs to be something that everybody would enjoy. Now, we can't deny that in the age of technology, kids are always on their gadgets. They'd rather be maybe watching something rather than reading something. How do you think, the younger Filipino generation how can we get them to read more books?
Well, we continue to encourage the publication of many, many types of books across different genres. And the wonderful thing about the youth today is that they are also like the youth of the past. So if something piques their interest, they will want to read about it. So we encourage them to pick up a book, everything from science to literature to design. And the entire gamut of human experience is available at the National Book Awards.
Right. Speaking of those awards, that on-site ceremony is going to happen on May 16. How can the general public watch the awards? Will it be streamed anywhere? And more importantly, how can they buy the winning books?
The awards will be streamed at the Facebook page of the National Book Development Board. They are our co-administrators for the award since 2008. So the general public can watch the ceremony over there. And as for availability, all of the winners will be available in various bookstores across the Philippines.
All right, well, I'll be sure to get my hand on some of those. I've actually read some of them as well. They are amazing. Dean, thank you so much for joining us here on New Day.